Well, good morning to you, good morning. It's Monday, the 6th of November 2023, and this is not what the weather forecast said, so I've got a wash load on the go, and I've got a lot of things to get done. Now, some of you get involved in doing some pretty weird things. You know, some of you take a lawnmower engine and you convert it from a single carburetor to a twin carburetor, and you spend your whole life making manifolds. And some of you think it's a good idea to cut con rods up to make mounting brackets for shock absorbers that a car never had. So those of you that do those sorts of things will look at my little problem and say, phew, or however that translates into whatever language you normally use. I've got a lock keeper plate, a door lock keeper plate that I need to modify because it's going on a door that's going in a frame, or is already in a frame, that didn't start life as a frame, and oh boy, I need to cut about that much off it. So I'm going to go and do that. This is going to be a hacksaw job, not a grinder. We'll turn that into a functional piece for the job that it's going to do. Did I say hacksaw job? Silly, when you've got a little mini drill thing like this with little mini cutting discs. Now, this came to me in a different country, so I've already taken the precaution of cutting the old English plug off it and putting a new French plug on it. But when I put that in there, there's no collet, so I can't. However, I just sort of cast my eyes around and there's the collets for it. How about that? So we'll mess about for a few minutes and see if we can't get this thing to do the job that I want doing. That will speed it up, won't it, if I spend a lot of time making this work instead of getting on with a hacksaw. Of course, these things have got no torque but plenty of speed. Well, sometimes it's good to have some indoor things to do. Yeah, falling wetness. Oh well. I did pose the question, are you all beginning to get excited about Christmas? Now, is this what Christmas is all about for you? Or is it more to do with that? Whichever, the shops are now stocked and the shelves are full of twinkly things, and for some reason everyone seems to think you have to have a train that goes round and round and round in circles. I don't think that the infant Jesus was given a train set for Christmas. Could be wrong. I think he got gold, frankincense and myrrh, but for some reason the people that make this sort of thing think that you have to have a train going round your tree. Oh well, yeah, we're going to have some fun with these. These are actually horrible, aren't they? But they may get some paint. See if we can't make them look a little bit wiser than this rather bizarre looking chap. I don't know what it is. They managed to produce baby Jesuses that, well, yeah, I don't know. And who's that? Is that a shepherd? Or that's a shepherd, obviously. Got a sheep on the shoulders. Yes, I think we might do some repainting, I think. Yeah. Well, obviously that's Mary, but I'm not quite sure that a young Mary is quite as white as that. Yeah. What I did do, I did read the box, and it tells us that it's 11 people to animer votre crèche. Yeah, which they translate as to animate your crib. Okay, all right. And of course, they are, where does it tell us? Fabrique en Chine, made in China. Or hergestellt in China, fabricado en China. Yeah, we get the idea with that. Yeah, perhaps the Chinese aren't really too sure what the three kings of Orient should look like. But I guess the cow isn't too bad and the donkey's not too sad. Now these three are from an antique set made in France. And, you know, again, we clearly identify this shepherd because we've got a lamb on our shoulders. We might, we'll call him Christopher. Yeah, I know the Bible doesn't tell us the names of the shepherds, but somehow someone carrying a lamb, just, you know, Christopher. And there's this chap here who's cuddling a little sheepdog. But this chap, he obviously was on holiday because he is playing some French bagpipes, as you do when you're a shepherd in Palestine. But with representations like this, the idea was that the people of the time that these were made would look at them and say they're shepherds. So they're not necessarily historically correct. They were designed so that, I don't know if these are 100 years old, they're designed so that a French child in 1920 or in 1880 or whenever would look at it and would know that that's a shepherd. If we have a completely historically correct 1st century shepherd from Palestine, well, I don't know what they would have worn. Maybe they did wear a green tunic, I don't know. They certainly didn't play 13th century French bagpipes. Well, I don't know. Is that better? I think it is. I think it is, but, you know. We'll have a go at the others in a minute.